Trigonometry. We are going to continue with non-90-degree triangles, and in this video we are going to focus on the cosine rule. You will find this on page 471 in the Namibian Ordinary Level mathematics textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. The cosine rule. The cosine rule can be used to find unknown sides and angles of a non-90-degree triangle when you are given two sides and an included angle, or three sides. So it's almost like the information is like when we were working out the area of a triangle. But now we will not work out the area, we will either work, in this case, we will work out a side, and if they give you three sides, we will work out an angle. Okay, but let's see where it comes from. So it's not necessary that you know it, but I'm going to repeat. If you go on with mathematics, it's always good to look at these proofs or how we derive to the formulas, because it's going to get you used to more formal mathematics. Okay, so if I look at this one, again I have two triangles. If I make this x, then this, and this is b, then this will be b minus x. So I'm working with this. So if I say in triangle BCD, where is BCD? In this triangle, I'm going to even help you by just marking it for you. Okay, so if I do this, I'm just going to say, okay, this is going to be a Pythagoras statement. So a squared is equal to going to be h squared plus b minus x squared. And I simplify this. In triangle BAD, there, BAD, I'm going to say c squared is equal to h squared and then plus x squared. But now I'm subtracting that too. So it's almost like this was the green one. This was the, sorry, this was the blue one. So I'm subtracting the two. So I say a squared minus, okay, 1, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, I'm just, I didn't highlight. That's my sneezing. This was the blue one. So if I say 1 minus 2, then it's a squared minus c squared, and then it's this minus this. So everything will cancel out, the h squares will cancel out except the b squared minus 2bc. And now I just rearrange and I make a squared the subject of the formula. So take that over, and now, so in triangle BAD, cos, it's adjacent over hypotenuse, and if I rearrange it, x is this, and then I just substitute x. It's not very difficult. Just try to do it, especially if you want to continue with maths after school. Okay, so now can I just show you how the formula is working? It looks more complicated than it is, but I will show you rather on the sketches. So in this case, say for example, they give you B and they give you C and they give you the included angle, just as I was saying there. So then it will be, I must now find A. So to find A, I will take the two sides around, I will square it and I will add it. So it's B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. Okay, but if I'm giving you, and I can just maybe show you this one, so if I ask you this one, I give you this and I give you this, it's the two around, you square. Then you subtract 2, multiply the 2 around, but don't square it, and then cos of B. I just want you to notice that if that is A, it will be cos A. If that is B, it will be cos B. But I will show you now how to get the information. Can I just show? And even if I give you 3 sides, so in this case, I will ask you to find an angle. But let's look at an example. And we work. Because it looks like a difficult formula, and that's why I was putting in this exercise. I just want you first to get used to writing down that formula. So if you want to find side Z, write down the version of the cosine rule that involves the marked sides and angle. So it's two sides included. So if you want to find z, so it's z squared will be equal to the 2 around it, you square it and you add it. So x squared plus y squared minus, then that 2 that was squared, you just multiplied, so it's xy. And then cos of z. So, okay, I want you to stop the video, and in this case, I'm going to let you do all three, because it's very important that you can write down the formula before you start doing the calculations. Okay, so this was not so difficult. So if I look at A, there's the two sides and the included angle. I can just make the small letters, then it's going to help me. This is going to be E, that is going to be D, and that is going to be F. So this is going to be E squared will be equal to D squared plus F squared minus 2, the 2 that you just multiplied now, not squared. And then always cos, and it will always be the side, the angle that they gave, which is the capital letter of that one. Easy as that. Okay, if I look at this one, now, that remember that's small r, that's small q, that's small p. So in this case, it's going to be okay, so in this case, it's going to be q squared, don't forget e squared, so the 2 around it will be r squared plus p squared minus 2, exactly that 2, rp, and the cos of q. And then the last one, don't forget that is small s, that's small r, that's small t. So if I write the last one, which will be c, then it will be, which one I'm looking for, s squared will be t squared plus r squared minus 2 t r cos of s, and that will be the final answer. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we will look at the basic sum. So find a side in triangle P, and they gave you all the, and you just include it. Now, if you're going to do this, then after you write down the formula, so don't forget q squared will be equal to r squared plus p squared minus 2pr cos of q. You substitute. Now, look how you press it. Say 7 squared, that's the square, plus 8 squared minus 2, your calculator do BODMAS automatically. So usually I was putting a bracket, but you can try it on this method. So 2 multiply 7 multiply 8 multiply cos 53.2 equals. And now, keep that on your calculator, but to get that square away, take the square root. So press square root equals, and that will give you. Do one calculation on your calculator and do not re-enter values. So keep it. You can write, but just keep everything on your calculator. Okay, I want you to stop the video and I want you to do number A. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Okay, let's start by making a sketch. Remember, it's, oh, I don't like, use a ruler, otherwise it don't look neat. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying K, or you get confused with all the information if it's not neat. So the angle M, they gave it, it's 47.2. KM is 5. And MR is 6. Find KR. Okay, so can you see what they gave you? So if you first write down the formula, it's better to work with small letters. That's small m, that's small k, small r. So if I'm writing down the formula, I will say m squared is equal to r squared plus k squared minus 2rk cos of m. So that is going to be 5 squared plus 6 squared minus 2, 5, 6 cos of 47.2. Now, press it in one step on your calculator. Even press the square root. But let's just see. I just want to get that answer. You can write it down because sometimes you make a mistake and then at least you can get for a step. Although I don't think you will get for this step. But I can be incorrect. Okay, I'm not focusing on just the exam. For me, in this videos, it's more important also that you understand the work. Okay, I will help you with a few exam clues. So take the square root. I think just to spare time of writing, I would have done it like that. I would have taken the square root there. Keep it on your calculator, and it's 4, 3 significant, 5, 0, and it's centimeters. Okay, find K. So say therefore, KR is 4.50 centimeter. Let's look at the next one. Now, in this diagram is a parallelogram, and they give you find the diagonal. Now exactly, find the diagonal BD. BD, do you see? So just focus on this triangle. I'm even going to highlight it for you. Just focus there. So now, what you're going to do, so if you want, so you can call this small a, you can call this small d, small b. So if you want to find, or, and in this case I'm going to write it different. I'm going to say to you, okay, I like to clean first. Oh no, I don't have to write it because I did it for you, so I can just show you. So in this case, BD squared is equal to this 5 squared plus 3 squared. You can start by doing that step. You don't have to write values. You get first marks for that step. So 5 squared plus 3 squared minus 253 cos 105. Press it, square root. As I said, it's better. You can already put the square root. 3 significant figures. And then AC, okay. Now AC. Now you must look what you have. Now, in this case, you have also a side to side and an angle. Now, how do you have this? This is a parallelogram. So to get that angle, that sides are parallel. It's just 180 minus 105, and then you get it. And then you do exactly the same, and you get your answer. Just a little bit of a practical example. But let's move on. I want you to stop the video, and I want you to do try now 33. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Okay, now this is almost exactly the same, and I'm going to start with A, and I'm going to say just Q is squared, and I'm just going to start by filling it in already. So 7 squared plus 10, because you will get marks here. 2, 7, 10, cos of, is it 62? And now I'm going to even make it shorter by just putting that square root. Don't clean it on your calculator. Don't approximate it. 398. And after you press the square root, you get QS is 9.13. Because this is a approximate to 3 significant figures. Okay, now how do you get that angle? You are just going to say, to get angle, so angle PQR is going to be 180 minus 62, and that will give you an answer of 118 degrees. Okay, and then I will just ask PR, so I start again. This is now number B. It's actually number B. So I just say PR squared. And now, let's just see. If that's 7, that's also 7. So that is going to be 10 squared plus 7 squared minus 2, 10, 7, cos of that 118. And then I will just take the square root. and that will be of 214.72601888. Don't approximate there, but here you approximate to 3 significant figures, always sides, and that's how you do it. Now, we were finding a side, but you can also use the cosine rule to find an angle, and usually they will give you then the 3 sides of the triangle. But let's just see, changing the subject of the cosine rule. So if I want to change, I want to make this the subject. Now, that one is negative, that term, so take it over to get it positive. Okay, now take that a also over so it becomes negative. Then I divide, so, but don't derive it always. This is just from where it comes. It's better to just learn how to use it, but it's also, if you forgot, you can derive it. So this is now, this is the rearranged one. I want to just show you according to this. If you want to find angle x, y, and z, write down the rearranged cosine for this. Now, it is actually very easy. So if you want to find x, and this is what I showed you there, then the 2 around it, you square and you plus. And the one opposite it, you subtract, also square it. Okay, so it's y squared plus z squared minus x squared. Divide 2xz. If you want to find this angle, what is it, z? Then it's this square plus this square minus that square. Divide. The 2 that you were adding is the 2 that you're going to multiply at the bottom, but don't square it then. Okay, and the last one, maybe we just make a bit space. So the last one is y. So the 2 around it, so x squared plus z squared minus this one. Divide the 2 that you were adding, just multiply. So the largest angle is opposite the largest side. If you have a choice, find its first using the cosine rule. Okay, so now in this case, I don't think you have to write down the version of the cosine marked angles. Okay, so I want you again to do all 3. It's not difficult. Okay, it's very important that you know how to find, just to write down the formula before we're going to start working with it. Okay. Okay, so if I want to find, so it's cos E, what is the 2 around it? It's this 2, oh. Let's first write down the small letters. So this is small e, this is small f, this is small d. So if I small e, then it's going to be f squared plus d squared minus e squared divide 2fd. And that's how we do it. And then this one, let's write it again down. So this is q, this is p, this is r. That's the one I gave you. So what is it going to be? It's going to be cos of q, it's the 2 around, r squared plus p squared minus q squared divide 2rp. And then the last one, so this is s, this is r, this is t. So if I'm going to look at the last one, then I'm going to say cos of s is equal to t squared plus r squared minus s squared divide 2tr. And that's the answer. Okay. Okay, let's look at an example. Now, in this case, I gave you the 3 sides, and I want to find g. So it will be h squared plus f squared minus g squared divide 2hf. I substitute, don't. Okay, now luckily, you don't have to worry about the cross diagram, because triangles only have angles up to 180, sum of 180. So this one is between 270 and 360, which is not part of a triangle. It's too big. So it will have only one single answer. That's excellent. The sign can have 2 answers when you're looking for an angle. So in this case, I just press Shift and this, and then, because you must tell your calculator to go to angles. So shift, cos, and then this, and I will get my answer. I want you to stop the video, and I want you just to do number A. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Again, let's start by making a sketch. Okay, so this is going to be K. Oh, sorry. K. This is E, and this is S. So this is E, this is K, this is S. And they are looking for angle S. Okay, and they're giving you the sides. Triangle KE is 12, KE is 12, ES is 7, and KS is 8. Okay, so if I start with that, so I found S, so I will start by saying cos of S, and you can start by putting it in directly. So it's the two around that you square, the one opposite that you subtract, and you divide by 2 the 2 that you were adding. Okay. Now, sometimes it's better to first write it down, because otherwise you can maybe make a mistake. So in this case, just say negative 0.276785714. So don't forget shift cos, because tell you to go to angles. So I will find an answer of, okay, I just want to check quickly something on my calculator. Okay, so if I'm going to say it's going to be 7 squared plus 8 squared minus 12 squared equals, divide bracket, 2 multiply 7 multiply 8, close the bracket, equals. And I go for shift and I go for cos, I'm getting 106.1. I don't think you have to worry about the cos diagram. You can just directly say angle S, hi, come on, it's not dollars, is equal to 106.1 degrees. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So in this one, it's also find the size of the smallest and the biggest angle. So the smallest angle is the one opposite the smallest size. That's therefore A. So start by getting A. Okay. The biggest angle is the one opposite the biggest side. Therefore it's C. And then you don't have to work out all three. Then you have that. Okay, let's do a final one in this video. I want you to try now 36, number A. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. In triangle, I start. P, Q, R. Then this will be P, this will be R, this will be Q. So what is the size of the largest? So P is 3.8. Q is 5.3 and R is 6.7. What is the size of the largest? Now, the largest angle will be opposite the largest side. So what will that be? It will be angle R. So then start by saying, okay, cos R is going to be the two around. What is the two around? 5.3 squared plus 3.8 squared minus 6.7 squared, divide 2, 5.3, 3.8. And then I will get negative 0.058588987. Shift cos, tell your angle calculator to go to angle, and angle R will be 93.4 degrees. And that will be your final answer. In the next video, we will look at mixed examples where we are going to work with the cosine and the sine rule.